Hey guys, just wanted to show you this in action. So I'm still deciding where I want it mounted. So at the moment it's loose, it's not mounted anywhere, but I really do appreciate how the mount itself is actually stuck on here. So let me get out of the way and remove it. So it does use these contact sensors to charge this, which is really nice because there are other vacuums similar to this where you would have to have a mount, but you still have to physically plug it in. This one acts similar to like a Dyson, but even Dyson doesn't use contacts. It just has like a placeholder, and then when you plug it in, it plugs directly to the actual cable itself. So it's really neat, and you also have your accessory attachment right there on the side. Let me just put this aside. This is also how small the charging brick looks like, which is really awesome. All right, so this is how the vacuum looks like. So I like it, but I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. So it vacuums. You can see that it picks up a good amount, but if I were to compare this with my Dyson, I still use my Dyson. This is our dedicated upstairs vacuum, and we have our Dyson downstairs. So the thing about this is I'm removing 2 stars because one, it doesn't suck as well. It can suck, but if I were to follow this with my vacuum, with my Dyson vacuum, it's going to pick up a few more. So that's the one reason why I removed it. The second is going to be the suction power and how it's being held. So it may be a minor thing, but it honestly, the more you use it, it becomes kind of, I guess, annoying and tedious. It's hard to transition between this and my Dyson. So one, it has a false trigger right here. It's used primarily just for comfort, but it feels different and weird. If you are going to be buying this by itself, then that's something that you may not even be annoyed at. And then right here, it's just a little cumbersome. Like you have to switch over here. It would have been more better and ergonomic if it was right here in the side, or at least just having a trigger right here. So that's just something. Push this on right here. You have 3 different modes. So that's the low mode. I do like how you have a battery indicator. This is medium, and then this is high. I always keep it at high so that way it could vacuum really well. So as you can see right here, it doesn't leave. It leaves a little bit of markings, but not as much, especially when I compare it. It does have a light as well, which is really cool. Here's the other reason why I don't really like it is it doesn't have side-to-side vacuum. So when you look right here, you're not able to get the edge really well, or actually you can't get it at all. So it doesn't have that side to side, and it's actually quite thick if you kind of like look at it right here. If it's in the middle, you'll be fine, but that's something that I kind of noticed. The attachments are similar to like Dyson's, where you have that one-click button. This is also adjustable, which is really neat. So you could push this right here and then it will adjust. I like that a lot. My son likes to vacuum with us, and we will just drop this down for him if he wanted to just vacuum. But yeah, those are just, a few things that I disliked and also like. Again, this is our just dedicated vacuum upstairs, but it's, these are just, I'm nitpicking just because I'm comparing it with my Dyson. If you've never owned a Dyson, you'll be perfectly fine with this. You'll love it. It's really awesome, but these are just some factors that I'm kind of just comparing, especially if you've owned or still have a Dyson and you're kind of wondering if you should get this or not. The other awesome neat thing is the battery is detachable. Look at this. Look at this. That is freaking neat. Why doesn't Dyson have this? This is freaking awesome because you could just buy another battery and then charge it. Like this, it's just so freaking awesome. So there's a lot of things about this. This is where the contact sensors go. But there's several things about this that I really like. And there's a few that I just kind of don't. But the primary reason, vacuuming it, you could clearly see it works. It has like a lot of hair and all that. It's easy to clean out. The downside is it just doesn't suck as well.
Hello, just giving a review on the vacuum I got in December. I really enjoy this vacuum. Check out how much it flexes the head. You got a telescoping pole for reach or height. Goes to several different spots. But what I really like is removing this. You can even remove this. And these attachments are wonderful, especially this one. You can either use it with the telescoping pole to get like blinds, top of doors, top of windows, etc. But this feature is fantastic. 2-in-1. You can either, if you're not worried about your surface scratching, you can use that one. If you're worried about scratches, use the soft bristle, so top of baseboards, etc. But really good for a spot back clean. The battery life is much better on low than on high, of course. It's going to really suck your battery power down when you have it on the max. And what I realized is you don't need it on the max except for a real troublesome spot. So just put it on the low, most you can. Adjust it when you need to, but try primarily to keep it on low and you'll get longer battery life. I can do probably the majority of my main floor with one battery charge if I do it on low. If I bump it up, it's going to not do my whole floor, and I might consider getting another battery. But really fantastic vacuum. So glad I bought it.
Record. bunch of glitter from the gift wrapping.